Hey guys, Sauniche here with some Heroes of the Storm action for you. It has been way too long since I've had a video up. I've actually been busy with classes, and Warcraft kind of stole my soul for a week during the Warlords of Draenor launch, which has been absolutely amazing, I might add. So we're going to take a look at our blue team here. We have Zeratul, Illidan, Tyrael, Tassadar, and Raynor. Decent support, lots of damage. Tyrael could be a bit of a problem here. And we have the red team, Tassadar, Vala, Zeratul, Falstad, and Malfurion. Better support, not as much meat on the red team. And Vala could be in trouble if she goes with Tyrael. You'll see I am playing Tassadar in this match. And my buddy Lugaru is here playing with me as well as the Vala. So it looks like the blue team is coming in, trying to take this watchtower. They made a beeline straight for it. They're going to take that with no problem. Bottom lane is Falstad and Malfurion. Blue is crashing on them very, very hard. 5-on-2 on the bottom lane, but no dice right there. Getting inside the gate to the safety of that wonderful wall and a couple of turrets right there. Looks like Zeratul is moving up, trying to get away, heading a little bit out of the way. Blue team does take that other watchtower. My buddy here's got to get out of the way. Backs out. Now we have a 3-on-2 up top in favor of the red team. Nicely done right there on Tyrael. We might get him. It's going to be pretty close to damaging him. And all things considered, the game is going pretty steadily. We look at the bottom lane. Neither team's really taking a lot of damage. Tyrael has used his well, so he will not have that available for the next 90 seconds, 88 seconds. Interesting that we can see the cooldown for one individual player and not for the team. Zeratul sneaking around here. Looks like there's Zeratul will get caught out of position, but not enough to do any damage right there. Time to fall back. Tyrael is causing a lot of problems for us up top just because of the amount of sustain and health that he is able to put on. We go check on the bottom lane. Tassadar, Falstad are fighting it out along with Malfurion, putting down those roots. Mines are going to open here in about 30 seconds. Looks like Zeratul might be our first blood. Nope, not going to happen right there yet. Zeratul's trying to clear out the upper minions. About 15 seconds until those mines open, and then things are going to get a little crazy. Blue team is backing up, healing up in preparation for that, for the mines opening. You see Tassadar and Zeratul both backing out. Red team is in complete control of the top lane. Before those mines open, they are open, and the red team heads down into those immediately. The blue team actually heads down all in on the bottom. It's actually something that I've started to see quite a bit in the games, where instead of the team heading down individually, they will group up and head into the mines together, which actually works out much better for all things considered, because you're able to take these team fights in the mines and catch the enemy team out of position. Still no kills for our team yet. 28 to 33, pretty even on the skulls. Tyrael's backing away. He's caught with separated from his team by 4 members of the red team. Tyrael's going to die immediately, but now the red team is very, very low on health. And that explosion is going to kill Malfurion. I think Zeratul's going to go down right here as well. No, he might get out of there, but I will go down. Tassadar goes down. So 3-to-1 swing right there did not go very well in our favor. Vala is running away, trying to pick up some skulls. I don't know if she's going to be able to get any. Not with the enemy team on her like this. Nice dash right there to get away from the jump, but it wasn't enough. She still dies right there. And if we take a look at our stats, after that first initial team fight, Raynor for the blue team has the most damage. Well, okay, yes, Falstad on the red team has the most at 2,600, 2,500. Pretty standard damages. Zeratul at 2,500 as well. There's nobody on the red team that is countering Zeratul very well. So you have the blue team picking up some skulls right here. Red team's coming in. Zeratul's trying to pick up what he can, but he gets decloaked in the midst of all that. Blinks out. Now it's 3-on-5 for the red team. This is really not smart to engage right here. Now it's 4-on-5. And we have a bit of lag right there. Looks like we are back though. Vala's swinging around, trying to get out of there. She's being chased by the entire blue team here. Zeratul stays back. Raynor tries to come back and save him with that penetrating round, but it misses. It's just a second too late. Pretty action-packed game so far. We are 3-4 minutes in almost. And we have the red team pushing the top lane pretty well. Blue Golem is coming along the top lane. Red Golem is coming along the bottom lane. Those just spawned right there. Tyrael and Tassadar for blue are going for the knights. Red should probably get on trying to take that from them. Zeratul and Tassadar are moving in there to contest that. Looks like Illidan is on his way in as well. I don't know if looks like Rainer's on his way in, along with Vala as well. Falstead's flying in. Zeratul blinks onto Tyrael, and Rainer and Tyrael go down at the same time. Illidan's going to go down for the blue team here as well. Maybe not with the Tassadar shield, keeping him alive. It's going to be pretty close. One last shot from Falstead. It's gone. Red team steals the Knights right out from under the blue team. Very nicely done right there. And that throws the kill ratio back into balance. 5 on 4 now. And look at the hero damage. Falstead with 6,000. He just got 3,000 hero damage almost instantly right there. Really, really nicely played by him. Red Golem is going down. It is much, much weaker than the blue Golem. 69 to 31 skulls. So that's going to die almost immediately. The whole red team is having to fight the Golem here. But Rainer comes out of position. Gets a little bit stuck by that entangling root. But his adrenaline rush is amazing. That stim pack is way stronger than you think it is. It's like Falstead's going to die right here to Illidan. There's nothing he can do to get away from that. Maybe a barrel roll. If he could barrel roll over the trees here, he could get away. But I don't think he had it off a cooldown. Illidan takes this watchtower. So the red team does not have very good map control, but they are pushing this top. As you can see here, I picked up promote, and I promoted a knight and an archer. Generally, I'll do both. The knight is a nice tank. The archer does a lot of damage when it's promoted. So doing one of each is something I really like to do. It's like the enemy team is trying to jump in on Tassadar. Zeratul gets almost gets killed down. Illidan's trying to jump in on Tassadar now too. And I don't think he's going to get the kill. No, he doesn't at the last minute. Shield saves Tassadar right there. Zeratul is still alive. Now we have 6 to 5 kills. Both teams at level 8. Red slightly ahead. They will get level 9 before, but that does not mean they are going to get their ultimates before, especially with Tassadar here on the bottom, soaking experience for the blue team. They're going to catch up very, very quickly. We have that promoted archer still going up top, pushing right the well. The well is a bit of annoying because the minions will attack the well before they can get the before they get to the fort. But it looks like Rainer goes down immediately to the entangling root, the blink, and the looks like Zeratul's coming out, trying to get off the kill. He might end up dead for that, but no, Illidan pops out, saves Zeratul, and gets the kill off on Illidan. Malfurion gets out of there. Maybe we can still... Oh man, Zeratul goes down. He blinks right into the Psystorm and gets himself killed immediately. Tassadar's chasing down Illidan right here. Looks like more members of the blue team are on the way. Psystorm right there will finish the job, and Tassadar is out. So that ended up being a nice 3 for 1 swing right there. I think we got Rainer, Illidan, and Rainer, Illidan, and Zeratul for just our Zeratul. Mines are opening up right here. Tassadar's already down on the bottom. Malfurion's down on the bottom as well, picking up skulls. Falstead's down there as well. Tyrael's moving in from the behind down here. Tassadar is crashing onto Malfurion. There are fights going on all over the place. Looks like Zeratul's up here getting ganked by blue Zeratul. But we have the Banshees coming out for Rainer. He's going to die almost immediately. No, he won't. The adrenaline rush is too good. Hunt goes off on Malfurion, and he is no chance right there. He dies immediately. Vala's trying to swing down. Say Tassadar's coming in. We have Archon battle going on here. It's going to be pretty close as to whether or not that's like blue Tassadar dies. Red Tassadar still dishing out the damage. Falstead dies, but Zeratul dies as well. And with the phase shift, I don't think I'm going to make it away. We move up to the top, trying to run with that shield, but no dice. Not going to be able to run from Tyrael. That is very, very hard to do. 38 to 32, so the blue team will probably get a much more powerful golem here. If we take a look at our hero damage, Rainer's just mopping it up with 11,000 now. Falstead increased up to about 10,000. I'm at about 9,500. I'm pretty matched up with their Illidan, so we're doing pretty well. All things considered, damage is pretty balanced if we look at what's going on here. Healing from both teams is actually pretty balanced as well. You have the two supports on red combining. Looks like we have a big fight going on here. Illidan will go down. I spoke too soon about the blue team getting all these skulls. The red team might actually be able to do it. Looks like Rainer's getting attacked here by Falstead and Vala with the vault and the multi-shot. Rainer goes down, and Tyrael's deciding to back it out. Probably a smart decision on his part, and the red team actually secures a stronger golem than the blue team. That is not something I expected to happen. Tassadar is over here waiting for the night camp. And in case you guys didn't know, this night camp is timed up almost perfectly with the spawning of the skulls. A little voice crack right there. That was a bit embarrassing. Looks like the blue team will be able to take these ones. Tassadar is pushing this top fort. with double promoted archers, it's going to go down. I don't think there's anything. Raynor may be able to save it, but no, not with this creep wave showing up. I think the red golem's about to come up. Blue is going to secure those knights quite nicely. But looks like red is deciding to put some pressure behind their golem. That shock and awe misses everyone. But I don't think it's going to matter in the end. Illidan still goes down. Zeratul might as well. Malfurion and Falstad probably need to back out here. They definitely need to back out. Oh, Falstad, what are you doing, man? That was not what we needed up here. We do have a fight going on against the red. Looks like red team is holding their golem back from destroying this top keep, doing a very nice job there. Now Furion is still pushing behind this golem, being a boss. That is impressive, although Raynor coming in behind him, probably going to get him killed, especially with the Archon and the Banshees coming out. Two ultimates right there used on Malfurion. He tried to put down his entangling roots, and I think that cost him the couple of steps he needed to get away. It still would have been close, but we have Zeratul activating his ultimate here, and he's not going to be able to do anything to Raynor, not with the Banshee still out, although that Banshee is pulling away. We have the Adrenaline Rush healing up Raynor. Falstad is coming in as well. Zeratul needs another blink. Maybe he can get him. No, Raynor will get away thanks to that Adrenaline Rush. Illidan's coming in, being a little bit aggressive. We'll put down a Psystorm on him. And there's Zeratul moving in on Falstad as well, putting up that shield to help out. Vala comes in, and Illidan jumps into the hunt and gets instantly killed by the minion wave. We have a couple of giants heading up top for the red team. Looks like Tassadar's moving around. Vala's trying to secure those knights. Zeratul is way out of position now, and Tassadar's on the bottom, killing these minions, doing a great job there. Looks like Raynor and Tyrael want these knights right here. It's 15 kills to 13 kills. Very, very close game. Aside from on the fort side, 4-2. So we have crushed both of their outside lanes. Malfurion is pushing up here. Vala and Tassadar are going in here. This is not a good position. Oh, that was not a smart choice. The red team didn't come in and support that. We should just back out. Let them have these giants and try and counter them. Oh, Falstad and Zeratul both jump in. Banshees come out, and the Knights come up. And looks like we actually have Tassadar and Tyrael. We use the Shrink Ray on Tyrael to try and get a bit of a kill there, but I don't think I'm going to be able to get out of here. Zeratul had to back out. The Banshees are actually chasing Zeratul down. He's coming over to try and help me out, but it's not going to be enough with the cloaking. And nope, there. Tassadar dies. So that swung the kill ratio back into the favor of the blue team. So you can see we did a lot of damage. It was just spread out over their characters. And so that was a 4-1 swing that was not in our favor, especially with the mines opening here in 23 seconds. Blue is going to be in a very, very strong position to take a golem. If we look at our hero damage, Raynor is just racking it up at 18,000. Falstad also at 19,000. Second place is on the blue team, on the red team is Tassadar at 4,800. So red team is doing, actually damages are fairly even. Looks like we have a bit of a fight going on here between Illidan and Zeratul. The hunt goes off. It is going to be pretty close on to whether or not somebody could die, but looks like Zeratul will go down as well too. The Psystorm right there. Vala's up top picking up some skulls, and on the bottom we have Tassadar and Zeratul picking up skulls for the blue team. It's 20-8 at the moment. Tyrael and Raynor are in the mines as well. Vala needs to be really careful here. Looks like Falstad is moving down to help her out. Looks like, oh, Tassadar's fighting Vala right there. We have Falstad fighting, but the Judgment is going to make that fight go very one-sidedly. It's like Tassadar's down in the mines now along with Vala. Oh, Shrink Ray right there makes all that damage from that strafe negated. Shrink Ray on the Archon, so we have a little mini Archon right there. That was kind of adorable. And we have now Furion moving back down. It looks like Vala and Tassadar are actually admitting defeat here, I think, and going just to defend this golem. There's nothing the red team can do to stop the blue team from taking a very, very strong golem. Another 30 skulls here will make the 74-26. Top fort is most likely dead to a 76 skull golem. It looks like Tassadar and Zeratul are heading back into the bottom along with Malfurion. This is 3-on-4, and they already have all the skulls, so there's no reason to engage in this fight. This is a very, very poor choice by the red team. There's absolutely no reason to engage in this fight. We are down a player, and there are no skulls. There's no objective to take there. So all we did was feed them a free kill. Now it is 20-17. If we take a look at our damage, Rainer's still up there with 22,000. Let's take a look at his build and see what he's doing before these golems comes up. So he has Give Me More, increased healing. He has his Vampiric Assault, his Revolution Overdrive. He has his Rainer's Raiders, Spell Shield, and Cluster Round. So he's not actually doing a really big damage build. Mostly he's just able to sit on that back line and attack, which works out really, really well. Vala needs to back out, stop getting splash damage there. So looks like the blue team took the Knights as well, so that's going to be maybe 2 forts down, evening up this game quite nicely. 14 blue. It's like Illidan's taking out the walls. I think he's doing that to heal up, because it does heal, or he does have lifesteal on these walls. So that fort goes down immediately. He's moving out. Zeratul is moving in along with Vala. Nice double strike there on my Psystorms. Zeratul takes down Illidan, and this golem is going to make it all the way to our wall. But our golem is already on their keep, doing a significant amount of damage to it. About 2/3 of its life are already gone. So as long as we can save the gate and keep our golem off of the fort, we will still be slightly ahead. I need to back away from that. Oh, that's embarrassing. I'm about to die. To the roots. I wasn't really paying attention to the map there. I was paying more attention to what was going on. Looks like our minions actually managed to keep these knights at bay with help from the fort, although it is very, very low on ammo. So I think this gate will go down to the one last strike along with the tower right there. Towers are out of ammo, but the golem will have to kill one more tower and most of that fort before the next, before it can be even with the red golem on the bottom lane. Looks like Tassadar and Rainer want to kill this fort. Falstad is flying in. I don't know if there's much he can do. He activates his storm ability immediately upon landing, trying to deal as much damage as he can and push these guys back. Tyrion's coming down as well with Zeratul on his tail. Double Psystorm right there is going to do a ton of damage to the fort. Shock and Awe going off, hitting Rainer and Tyrion right there. Zeratul's moving back. I think the blue team is going to get this fort. A couple more Psystorms will probably do it. Looks like Tassadar's on his way, moving out around. Zeratul goes down for the blue team, so it's 19-24 now. Blue is ahead by 1 level, gained almost a significant advantage. Looks like Tyrion is trying to get away. He sees Zeratul going down right there. He needs a blink and a save on the shield from Tassadar. Clutch shield. Nicely done right there to keep his teammate alive and to secure the kill on Zeratul. Illidan is up here swinging around. He wants to take out Malfurion. That's going to be his main target right there. You see he's missed his strike, but Malfurion's tranquil, what is that ability called? The AoE silence that he has. If we take a look at that, is the Twilight Dream. Saves him and does a significant amount of damage to Illidan. It's like we have Tassadar up here on the top trying to kill these promoted minions. They're doing a decent amount of damage pushing that bottom lane, and we have, let's see what's going on here. The mines are open in 26 seconds. Going to promote 2 of these guys on the bottom, help push that lane as much as possible. And the blue team is grouping up. As I was mentioning earlier, this is something you're starting to see a lot more, rather than just jumping into the mines and spreading out like this. Teams are grouping up as groups of 4 or 5 and going into the mines in strength. So looks like I am well aware of what is going on. They did split up a little bit once that started. Looks like Vala's trying to kill Illidan here. I don't know if she's going to be able to, especially with Zeratul popping in on her and Tassadar. And oh, that was just everyone crushing on her. Nice job right there with the Void Prism to cancel out the Judgment before it can go off. But this is going to be very... Oh, that was painful. On the other hand, we do have... nope, there actually is nothing going on the bottom lane there. Those promoted minions are still trying to push out across the map. And this is going to be very, very bad. That was a big swing in favor of the blue team. It was a 4-1 swing, I believe. No, it may have only been 3-1. Zeratul and Malfurion do survive. So we're trying to get something happening here. Let's see, maybe Rainer's caught out of position. Maybe they can get the kill off on him. Nope, Adrenaline Rush is keeping him alive. That extra healing he has from that talent, doing an incredible job at keeping him alive. Zeratul's just backing out, having to give up an 71 skill golem. I can do math. But the red team does have a really, really large minion wave and a golem on the bottom. Even a 29 skill golem should kill this. So what we need to do is the red team needs to get the knights and needs to go all in on stopping this golem. Looks like Zeratul puts down a shield trying to save that bottom fort. I don't know if it's going to be enough to regen globes right there for the blue team they pick up. And trying to push back the minion waves as much as possible. Illidan is up here along with the Raiders. Oh, looks like Rainer died. I missed that. I do apologize. But we have a golem down here. Should be able to take out this fort. And if we keep an eye on what's going on for the red team, looks like Vala is actually the only one there. Now, Tassadar and Falstad are picking up the knights. They probably should get out of there. Tyrael has a nice little Eldruin's Might right there to get out of danger. Smite with his movement speed increased to get away. And he's moving in. I'm not really sure why he's moving towards the golem. I think he wants to try and push. Yeah, this is an interesting one. He's going to jump right there onto Malfurion with a Twilight Dream and a shield and an Archon. Tyrael's not going to be able to do anything right there. He will be able to blow up and help to kill the fort, though. That's going to do a significant amount of damage to the fort. And that should be enough to actually allow the golem to kill that. But tied up game right here. Both teams will have one fort remaining. Nope, sorry. Red team has 2 forts. This one is still there. Still pretty strong. Golem is moving forward to the core, so the blue golem has actually moved ahead of the red golem at this point. If we take a look at our damage meters, Rainer's just running away with it on his team. Next closest to him is 30,000 or 32,000. But Falstad is running away with it here at 41,000, 31,000, 30,000 from Malfurion, doing a great job there. Although I feel like he would be a little bit better if he had focused more on healing. Team fights would probably be going slightly better for the red team, as both Tassadar and Malfurion have focused on damage. So Zeratul is moving up towards the top. They want Rainer bad. I think that's what's going to go down here. No, maybe not. Zeratul and Vala are moving out, standing right next to that Zeratul. Zeratul almost gets blinked, but this Judgment will kill him. The strafe goes off, does a bit of damage. Not quite enough, though. Bottom lane is being pushed pretty heavily with this one promoted archer and a promoted catapult is going to do an incredible amount of damage along this bottom lane if the blue team doesn't respond to it. But they do have 5 members up here pushing. I think they might want to go for a kill. That might be what they're thinking right here. If they can push in and end the game, they might just be able to do that. It's going to be pretty close on whether or not they can. As a Shakana goes off, but Rainer negates every ounce of that damage with his adrenaline rush and that extra talent he has. Tassadar is Hearthstoning out. I think he realizes what's going on down here on the bottom lane with this promoted catapult, doing incredible amounts of damage along that bottom lane, but it does get distracted by this tower right here. So unfortunately, that's not going to do enough damage. So the red team does need to group up. Looks like the blue team is moving along the top, trying to do some, trying to group up and move into the mines. Although Illidan is already down there by himself. So we are waiting here. We are waiting on Zeratul and Vala. So the red team is going to have to go into this fight at a disadvantage. If we go down to the bottom lane, look at what's going on right there. Looks like we have the red Archon going off, trying to deal some damage. No, I don't think it's going to happen. There's although tons of shields are there. The Shrink Ray on the Judgmenting Tyrael actually interrupts that. I did not realize that was a thing. And right there, Falstad dies to the detonation, but now it's even 4-on-4 in the mines. Actually, Tyrael goes down, so it is 3-on-5 in the mines. Tassadar is going to go down here any second now as well. So now it is 4-on-3 down in the, or 4-on-2 down in the mines. Zeratul's trying to move around, steal a couple of these skulls, but the blue team already has 52. They split up quite nicely, got a lot of those kills. But if we check the bottom here, these catapults are just wailing. That promoted catapult doing a ton of damage, and all the catapults are just completely demolishing this creep wave. And we actually have another catapult and another creep wave moving in. So now they just they're getting free shots onto the core. Tyrael uses his blocking field. He's trying to go for the promoted one immediately, which I can understand just from a DPS standpoint, wanting to break that down. The red team is going to pick up the remaining skulls. Trying to stop this one from doing a ton of damage to your core. It's down to 50% now, though. And finally, that promoted catapult dies, but we have another catapult and another creep wave moving in. So not before the core gets down to 50% though for blue. Those shields do start regenerating. And we have our golem moving across. It's a 47 skull golem to a 50. So 47 skull golem to a 53 skull golem. Teams should end up fairly even after this, just given the 100% on the red core and the 50% on the blue core, with comparable golems, and this golem having to walk a little bit of a distance. I'm guessing the percentages are going to end up fairly even. Red team takes the knights in the middle, Hearthstoning home to get out of there. I'm going to go hide in this bush right there. I did that so that they would think I was running away, so that they couldn't just come get a kill on the Hearthstone. But their core is down to 44%, 42% now. Their golem has yet to break through our shield, so I will retract my statement that the cores will end up roughly even. They're going to be 28% there for the blue team, and we have 84% for the red team. Fairly back and forth game, 33 to 28 kills, so the blue team does have a slight advantage right there. Looks like Illidan is going to go for these giants right here. Tyrael's moving around on the top with that Nazibra mount that he has. Pretty sick right there. I actually forgot to turn my nice mounts on, so we're not going to see those pretty things this game. We have some knights heading along the top, although with the catapult, it's doing a ton of damage to them. They're not going to do much. So Falstad is actually heading towards the bottom. I don't know if he's going to go for the kill right here. Zeratul swinging around. Both Zeratul's actually swinging around, and Malfurion. Now we have no minions along the bottom. Zeratul, Malfurion, and Falstad are going for it. He leaps in there, and they're going to get this. The blue team is way out of position out across the map. We have Zeratul out here, and they were Hearthstoning back to try and save it, but they got caught way outside of the map. And if we look at our final stats, Falstad was the boss this game with 50,000 hero damage. And Malfurion with that 40,000 healing, doing a very, very nice job right there. And XP contributions, Tassadar for both teams, which is to be expected. And even the siege damage from Falstad just being a total boss and winning that game for us basically by himself for a lot of it. I hope you guys enjoyed that one, and I am once again apologize for the lack of videos this last week. Like I said, World of Warcraft kind of stole my soul for a week. So, but it was very fun. So I will see you guys later, and I'm hoping to get up quite a few videos this week, and I hope you guys enjoy it.